Hi, I'm Sharon. So I'm going to take you through a couple of varieties of sun salutations, which I find particularly helpful as a warm-up, especially in winter time, just getting my core temperature up before my sessions. So come to standing, starting with your feet, just lining up, press down under, imagine you've got four corners, so under the ball of your big toe, little toe, inside edge of your heel, and the outside edge of your heel. And then think about where your hips are and imagine lining them up with your heels and then your shoulders over your hips and your ears over your shoulders. And just allow your shoulders to soften. And you're going to take a deep breath in. We're generally inhaling through our nose. Exhale through your nose or slightly part your lips and exhale through your mouth, just working out what's best for you. But generally inhaling through your nose, which will help to slow your breathing down. So you're reaching out, imagine your arms are floating up above your head. Reaching up, gently bend your knees and then slowly fold forward as you exhale. As you inhale, start with your knees bent, just allowing your hands to draw up your legs, lengthening through the crown of your head. You're aiming to have your back flat like a tabletop. And then you can explore straightening your legs. If your back starts rounding, then just stay with your knees bent. Over time, you can play with bending one knee and then the other. Over time, you will find you can straighten your legs and have your back flat. And then gently bend your knees, fold forward. Then step back to plank. Press down through your hands. And just notice as you press down through your hands, the muscles in your arms will generally start to engage more. And then reach back through your heels. Think of widening across your shoulders. And then as you press down through your hands, bend your elbows back towards your hips, slowly lowering all the way down. Point your toes back behind you. Keep the tip of your chin tilted in towards your chest. And then lengthening up out of your hips, just gently lifting slightly up off the floor. As you inhale, as you exhale, lower. Tuck your toes under. You're going to press through your hands, come up onto your knees, bring your hips back over your heels. And just take a moment as you push back, you're getting a little bit of a toe stretch here. And imagine pressing down with your hands, pushing the mat away from you. Lift your knees, lift your hips up towards the ceiling, and just bending into one leg and then the other. So you're just helping to loosen up through your hips, through your back. And as you're breathing in and out, bringing your awareness around your ribs. Imagine somebody's got their hands on either side of your ribs and you're pushing their hands away as you're breathing in. And then gently walk your feet into your hands, bend into your knees. Inhale to come all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands down the middle of your body. Imagine as you exhale, you're pushing the air out. And you're traveling all the way down to your hips. Inhale, reaching out. Reach your arms up over your head. Gently bend your knees as you exhale, fold forward. Keep your knees bent to begin with. As you inhale, lengthening through the crown of your head. Think of flattening your back, widening across your shoulders. Explore straightening your legs. See if that's going to work for you. Exhale, bend your knees. Bring your hands down onto the floor. Step the right leg back behind you into a high lunge. Just reaching back through your heels. Take your hands up onto your side, gently pressing down through your feet. Draw your shoulders over your hips. And really work on pressing back through your back heel, so straightening that back leg. And then think of lengthening down towards the ground with your tailbone. Exhale, lower your hands down, step back to plank. Exhale, slowly lowering all the way down, point your toes back behind you, chin tilted in towards your chest. As you inhale, allowing your body to lengthen. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes under. Bring your hips back over your heels. Press down through your hands. Lift your knees. Gently straightening your legs. And gently nod your head from side to side. So you're just freeing any tension in your neck. Bending into one leg and then the other. And then walk your feet into your hands. Bend into your knees. Inhale to come all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Again, really fully breathing out. Inhale, reach your hands out away from the sides, up over your head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthening through the crown of your head, keeping your back flat. Exhale, fold, step your left leg back behind you. Reaching back through your left heel, take your hands up onto your knee. As you inhale, bring your shoulders over your hips. Think of lengthening down with your imaginary tail. And then maybe reach arms up over your head. You can stay here. And then exhale, bring your hands down either side of your foot, step back to plank. Draw your shoulders down towards your hips, press down through your hands, reach back through your heels as you slowly lower all the way down. Point your toes back behind you. As you inhale, lengthening. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes under. Bring yourself back over your heels, hips over your heels. And again, just think of pushing the mat away from you. As you lift up your knees, reach back through your heels. And slowly straighten your legs. Again, ideally you want your back as flat as possible. If you're really, really tight through your legs, what's going to probably happen is this. If you try and straighten your legs, you're going to end up rounding here. So if that's happening, just keep your knees bent as much as you need to. Just allowing your spine to lengthen and then just exploring straightening your legs. As I say, start one at a time and think of gently lengthening your hips up towards the ceiling and allowing the weight of your legs to draw your legs down towards the floor. Your heels don't have to touch the floor. Mine rarely do. And then gently walk your feet into your hands. Bend into your knees as you inhale, slowly come all the way up. Exhale, release your shoulders. You should feel warmer than when you started. That's just a simple example of how I can incorporate some yoga into my running warm-up. And I do 2 specific classes a week for runners. If anybody's interested, get in touch. Take care.